Hello, Taurus. Elsie here to do a reading. It is for the week ahead. Taurus, how are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. You've got some oracles we're going to throw down for the overall energy for the week ahead, and then we're going to throw down some tarot after that. Find out what is coming up for you in the week ahead. Taurus, if you've never been here before, that is exactly how I read. If you've been here before, you know what I'm about to say. So I'm going to throw some tarot on and get some details after we look at the oracles. We will do that. And for those of you who've never been here before and you'd like to join this very large Taurus tribe, please look at the subscription button down in the bottom right hand corner of this little crazy square where I live. Thanks for stopping in, even if it's just for a moment that we've crossed paths. Tell me about Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the week ahead, Taurus. Whether you get this today, tomorrow, or next year, it's going to be for the week ahead. Oh, Taurus, look at that. Hit you with the C word right away. We've got change, and I feel like you're supposed to stay focused. Look, it feels like this change is going on in your peripheral vision, I want to say, because this leopard has their eye on the prize. This leopard is somebody who's very focused and has their eye on the snow that's falling. They don't even see this obstacle to their right. I feel like the change, the C word here, for a fixed sign, the C word is not a thing, right? And so I feel like there is going to be some change here, but I think that you're supposed to just stay focused on what you're focused on, because I feel like this is something that is happening in the background or in your peripherals here, your peripheral vision, and I feel like you're just supposed to keep doing what you're doing. Keep your head down, keep moving, Taurus. What else do we need to know about Taurus, please, for the week ahead? We've got loneliness. We've got adversity. This might be your adversity currently. Feeling lonely could be it. It says, I know that I'm never alone. So I'm going to say that maybe some of you might be lonely, but I feel like whoever I'm connecting with is not someone who is feeling lonely at this time. Look, when you're someone who is single or you're alone or whatever it is that other people would call you because you don't have a +1 and you're not married, then maybe you do feel lonely. Look, I know people. I was one of them in a marriage for 20 years and felt very lonely. So there are people who are in relationships who also feel very lonely. It says here, I know that I'm never alone. I really feel like you're not alone, and possibly that this loneliness could cause a little bit of adversity in your life. Look, we all need a little bit of adversity, I'm just saying. And we have, it says, I accept the challenges that are the best way to learn. And I feel like we all need those moments of adversity when things aren't going our way. How else are we supposed to learn anything, right? I pulled out the surrender deck because there is a full moon coming up on Monday. It's a full moon in Scorpio, and it's a time of release. And this particular one is going to be pulling emotional truths from the dirty underbelly and pulling it to the surface, because guess what? We also have Pluto, which is in retrograde in Aquarius. And so you could have one of those placements. You don't have to. All of these placements, they happen. They affect all of us in one way or another. So this is a surrender deck because we are coming up to a full moon, and there is, full moons are all about releasing things. I thought it would be appropriate to use the surrender deck today. So it says surrender to prayer. So for those of you who are prayers, it says give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you'll be heard throughout the universe, and answers and support will arrive. So we have somebody here who has got wings, an angel. And I mean, really, your prayer is the same as everyone else's prayer. You just might do it differently. You might pray to a deity, whereas someone might meditate. It's the same thing, goes to the same place. The universe hears it regardless. So I feel like you've been praying for change, is what it feels like, or you've been meditating on change or manifesting change. And I feel like it is showing up, but I feel like in the meantime, you're becoming acquainted with adversity. And so it's this accepting that life has challenges and then learning to learn from those challenges, right? We accept that challenges are the best way to learn. We never learn anything when everything goes smooth. When we really begin to learn is when things are not going our way. We have surrender to divine timing. It says sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough, according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. So essentially that's what it is when we see 3 people throwing tantrums in the comments, essentially, complaining that it's not here right now, or, well, they don't want me there, I'm second choice, and all those little tantrums we throw in the comments. sometimes. I mean, they're legit. I'm just going to say they're legit. We all get frustrated when we want things to happen now and they don't. So just know that that's your ego trying to outsmart the universe, and it just doesn't happen that way. I feel like, Taurus, that you have been waiting for something that I feel is about to show up in divine timing. But I feel like what you didn't count on is change. I feel like there is change that is coming, and it's a change to your loneliness or how you perceive yourself to be in the world. It feels like you've been asking in prayer or in meditation. Divine timing is about to show up, but I feel like it's when you're minding your business. I feel like it's when you detach, when you no longer are asking the universe for it anymore. In fact, it's so far in the distance that you feel like, okay, well, I guess I'm just going to the next thing. Like it feels like your focus is on something else completely when divine timing shows itself. All right, Taurus. Starting it out that way, are you? Let's find out what's going on for Taurus. Happy birthday, babies. I hope you're well. Tell me when your birthday is. I'd love to say happy birthday to you, my May Tauruses. And if I missed you in April, I'm sorry. I have a few things going on around me that kind of prevented me from working a little bit. Taurus, if you are interested in a private read, please know I'm doing live readings. You pick the time. You pick how long you want to talk to me. And those live readings, I do not limit you in your terms of your the questions you can ask me. So you pick the time, and as long as I have enough time to answer all of the questions you have, I will do that for you. So I'm also taking appointments still for pre-recorded readings if you're interested in doing that. All right, let's find out what's going on. Taurus, there is a pinned comment, by the way. If you look at the Hipsy link, you can go there and find out my time frames and when I'm going to be online. That changes weekly, by the way. And yeah, look at my pricing. Here we go, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Taurus. We have the Strength card in the reverse. So Taurus, I feel like this is a time that things are gaining momentum. I see the Strength card as not being weakness, but I see it as somebody who's going inward. I also see it as somebody who is preparing to face something that possibly could potentially be very scary, or, change can be very scary to a fixed sign. If you are a fixed sign or you have fixed sign energy, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter, change isn't your friend, right? You don't mind change. I mean, I know a lot of Tauruses, including myself, who love change, but we like to plan the change. And so I feel like this is momentum here. It's like you're trying to gain courage or gain momentum, because I feel like something is about to change here. And you might see change as adversity, but I do believe this is a blessing that's coming that you've asked for, is what it feels like here. Yep, and it's been coming for a while. I want to say that your eye has been on the prize, like the focus. You've been very focused on your goal, or what your goal is, what you want to be your goal. But I feel like it's been taking a really long time. Although it has not stopped moving, because the Knight of Pentacles in the upright has not stopped moving, it just feels like there is a slow moving, analytical sort of, it feels like it's coming toward you in a slower fashion. Very slowly. I mean, for some of you, it could be years. Pentacles for me are years, and there's a pentacle on this page, or on this card, so it could be a year that you've been waiting for this. Feels like something's about to catch up to you that's gaining momentum. There we go. It's something new, Taurus, because the Empress here is pregnant with an idea, a new adventure, pregnant with a creative thing. It feels like something is about to be birthed. Look, it could definitely be a baby for some of you. And if you're not planning on it, please take precautions. But the Empress is somebody who is a creator, right? Someone who's in co-creation with the universe. And so I feel like your back is turned. I feel like, Taurus, that you've been in this energy of the Empress, minding your business, keeping your focus. It's like this leopard is focused on the Empress, and the Empress focused on the leopard. I think that you're not allowing anything to take you off course at this time. And I feel like you are handling adversity like a pro. I feel like you are about to be rewarded with the birth of something. For some of you, it could be a baby in the family. For others of you, it's a creative thing or a new path. What comes after the full moon on Monday, which is the week ahead, is a new path, right? Because that's the full moons are about releasing things. So the only time anything ever ends in the universe is so something else can begin, to make room, right? We've got the Seven of Cups in the reverse, and we've got the Ten of Swords. It's the end of the line. I just heard the Traveling Wilburys in my head. End of the line. I'm so happy to be here, happy to be alive at the end of the line, they say, right? I don't know what tomorrow will bring at the end of the line, maybe a diamond ring, but it's going to be all right, Taurus. I feel like the Seven of Cups is telling me that there's no more confusion. It feels like that it's here. I want to say it's here. It feels like it is here for some of you. Maybe you don't see it yet. Maybe you don't feel it yet. Maybe you feel the momentum building. And I feel that you know that something is in the distance and it's gaining traction on you. I feel like you have stopped moving, and I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is still moving. It feels like a decision has been made, or now I know what I want. It feels like somebody has made a decision about what they want, and it feels like this is about to come to an end here. So at the Ten of Swords, it is a place of release, right? I feel like, Taurus, that you've become the Empress because of something that happened to you that brought you to your knees. It feels like it brought you to your rock bottom, brought you to your knees. Life really was hard for you, very hard for you. It feels like you are the person who is, excuse me, the person who is able to take your pain and transmute it into power. I think that's what you did here. So I feel like this long, long journey is about to come to an end. I feel like the pain of waiting is about to be released, and it feels like something here is about to be birthed. Tell me more about this for Taurus, please. I've got the Lovers in reverse. Got the Hanged Man. Very interesting. Why is the Lovers in reverse, right? Because it feels like with this Seven of Cups, it feels like a decision's been made. I'm no longer confused. But the Lovers in the reverse could also be someone else who thinks it's over. Maybe it's you. Look, the Ten of Swords it seems to be attached to the Empress. So you could be the Empress, and look, you're not the Empress just because you're a Taurus. You're the Empress because you have wisdom, because you know about the knowledge of all of the queens. You've practiced standing up for yourself. You're very independent. You don't really need what is showing up for you. It'd be nice to have it. Maybe you want it, but you don't really need it. I feel like this Lovers being in the reverse is almost like a question mark to me. It feels like, will I even choose it when it shows up though? Because it feels like it's been so long. Like it feels like everything has been in a holding pattern is what it feels like. And it's giving you time to get perspective. So maybe you really, really wanted it. Like really were yelling at the universe, where is it? I want it. It's mine. And maybe you've come to a place now where you're like, maybe I don't know if I want it. Maybe I've got my back to it. Maybe I don't really care if it shows up anymore. Tell me what what has been traveling for so long here for Taurus. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles, please. It is the end of this long wait, though, because the Ten of Swords is here next to the Knight of Pentacles. So it is the end of a long wait here. The end of, look at this loneliness here is the adversity, I feel. We have this Five of Pentacles. I feel like your Five of Pentacles is about to turn into the Six of Pentacles. It feels like somebody here is about to give you some reciprocal energy and pull you in from out of the cold. We have the Five of Swords. It feels like you have been, I would say, maybe it's not you. Well, the thing is this, is I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the Five of Swords and the Five of Pentacles, not only as, separate feelings of lack of the mind, lack of having anyone around, but I'm also seeing the two fives together as quick change. So something here is changing quickly for you, and the change is here. This is the quick change, right? It feels like the Five of Swords is, I feel like you still argue with yourself once in a while, or maybe sort of give the universe a side eye and say, I really wanted that thing. And now that I'm ready for it, where is it? Like, I don't think you're asking for it anymore, to be honest. I feel like this Five of Pentacles, though, I feel like the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Swords is telling me that it's still not with you at this minute. Like as I'm doing this reading and as you're viewing it, I don't think it's with you, but I feel like it's almost the end of your waiting time here. The Five of Swords is also intrusive thoughts. Could also be that the end of the journey has been the toughest. So if you've been going through a really tough time lately, for those of you who have been going through towers, it's possible that this is about to show up because this is adversity, right? The Five of Swords is adversity. It could be in your mind. The Four of Pentacles is here. I feel like the biggest adversity or the biggest challenge that you've been facing is holding back, is not reaching out, because if you are the Empress, you are not the chaser. You won't convince somebody that they need you. You won't ask that person out. You're somebody who's like, if you want me, come get me, because I don't really need you. There's really no needs that you have as the Empress. They turn into wants, and then you can want something, but I don't think that you need it right now. I feel that you're accepting that adversity is the challenge, and I think that you're winning the challenge. So I think that the Four of Pentacles tells me that you are holding back, maybe not because you want to, but because you know your worth. And it feels like you have your back to all of this. It's like sneaking up behind you at this point. Tell me where the momentum is, and tell me why the Seven of Cups is here in the reverse. We've got the Queen of Wands, we've got the Two of Wands, and we have the Fool. Got the Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So in the future, we've got movement. We've got the Fool, which is the brand new door that's opening. And we are talking about the week ahead. The full moon, the door is closing and things are being released. I think you're sending off the last of your shits. I don't think you give a shit anymore. That's what it feels like here. You don't really care. It's like, yeah, bring it to me. Whether you're the feminine or the masculine, look, bring it to me. And if you don't, that's fine. I'll just keep focused on me. But the Fool, I feel like there's a plan going on behind the scenes here, Taurus, that you don't see. The Two of Wands is, of course, planning to take a trip, maybe go on some sort of adventure. It's also making a decision to take action on something. I think someone is ready to take bold action in your very near future. We got the Two of Wands and the one in the hand of the Queen, which is the third one. Three of Wands is what's going on in the future. And the Queen of Wands is the one who's making bold moves independently. I'm just making this plan. I'm going to take this bold move. I'm going to do it. And that's it. And it feels like somebody's made a decision here. Now, the Lovers being in the reverse is very interesting. And we'll clarify that last. We'll find out what's going on with that. But I want to say that I feel like you've released all your little shits. Like, you know, it feels like you're like, it's okay. Look, I'm abundant. I'm good. I've released my last one. And if it shows up, it shows up. I feel like you've decided that, look, I am the Empress. I can grow whatever I want. I can manifest whatever I want. I feel like something really rock solid or some sort of big abundance is going to roll up on you here, Taurus, when you least expect it. I feel like you've convinced the universe, or the universe has convinced you that you really don't need this thing. And so I think that you have let it go. I feel like you feel it's not showing up here. So I want to say with the Wheel of Fortune being in the reverse, it feels like right now is not divine timing. Divine timing is not of the ego, as we were talking about, right? Divine timing is not of the ego. Divine timing is of the universe. And so I feel like the reason that the universe is taking their time to bring you what it is that you've been manifesting is it's giving you time to get perspective on what you want in your pentacle world. What does your abundance look like? You know, when we pull the Ace of Pentacles is something new that's happening in the 3D, right? So it's the place where you live. You can touch, taste, smell, the 3D, right? It's something that is materializing in the real world, the actual world for you. And it's because you've decided to let go of your patience, let go of your expectations. You let all the shits go, right? So you're like, no, I don't really give a shit anymore. If it's going to show up, it's going to show up. So I feel like you've detached completely. You have mastered the Queen of Wands energy, which is within the Empress. So this, and this Ace of Pentacles, when it shows up, is a blessing from the universe, but also it's abundance. Look, abundance, if you look it up in Webster's dictionary, it covers everything. So it could be literally anything. And so it's not here as I'm throwing these cards. It's not here just yet, but I do feel like we are waiting on divine timing. So look, for those of you who are up, it's your turn. You might see it in the week ahead. And for some of you, it looks like it's not for the week ahead. It might be the week after that. Because, you know, when we give, as readers, when we give a time frame, the time frame is, you know, just so you can keep up with when we did the reading. But this can happen a year from now. That's why I always say you guys can take a look at what's going on in the past readings, because we're not all at the precipice of change at the same time. I feel like there is change going on in your life right now, but the big one here has not shown up yet. Tell me why the Lovers is in the reverse, because I feel like if this is a choice that's being made, like someone's choosing you, I feel like that person is not ready to choose you just yet. Tell me about the Lovers, please. We've got The Judgment card, yep, this person has to make a decision to pursue you because you're the Empress and you're not going anywhere. Somebody here has been hiding their feelings or has very deep feelings that they've not been showing you on the surface, but they're very attracted. This is somebody who's ready to get up and go. They're trying to find their balance. We got water and fire here together, the two kings, the Stoics, right? And we've got water and fire. Somebody's trying to wait for divine timing because water and fire is temperance, and we've got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So it feels like this person is not ready to make this decision yet. Somebody here is still in the Lovers in reverse, trying to figure out what they want to do. Do they want to come forward? This is also, they have not made a choice yet or have not chosen you yet, but it feels like with the Seven of Cups, they're no longer confused about what they want. I'm going to put down 3 more cards in the middle here, and this is going to be what we're going to take into the extended. If you're interested in seeing this extended version, please go to the pinned comment, and that's where you will find the join link for the membership area. So the members, those of you who are already a member, you'll be able to see this. Those of you who are not, come join us there if you'd like to. We do have the Page of Cups, we do have the Six of Cups, and we have the Emperor. Well, I guess that says it then, doesn't it? It feels like somebody here can't stop thinking about you, Taurus. This is a person that we're talking about. It feels like there is an Emperor here who just is stuck in nostalgia about you. They still have you on the mind as the Page of Cups energy. I think you're going to be shocked and very surprised that this person still has you on their mind. Now, it doesn't mean that this person has to be from the past. It could mean that this person is in your current energy. This could absolutely be someone from the past, but it's someone who's definitely tucked safely away in your memory. So we're going to look at this. Somebody's trying to use their intuition to make a decision to pursue you here, to make a decision, period, to let something go. There's something that they have to lay to rest before they can move. It's like they're planning on making a really big life change here, and I think that you're involved. We're going to look at these 4 cards in the extended. We're going to look at this change and see what it is, because the big change that's coming has not arrived yet, but the door is open and we're ready. So tell me what change this is. We'll talk about this change. We'll talk about these 4 cards. And if you want to come into the extended, please look in the pinned comment. We do have the World card. Something definitely is ending for someone here. You could be dealing with someone who is a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. We do have Virgo and Pisces energy. We have the Emperor, who is Aries. We have the Empress, who is Libra and Taurus. We have more Aries energy here, lots of fire. We've got the Queen and the King of Fire here. There's a really deep, exciting connection here, and it feels like somebody is readily building momentum. We'll find out all about the Emperor and the Empress and when or if this will come together. If you'd like to come watch, that's where we'll be. Take care of yourselves, Taurus. I'm going to be back because I'm always back, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.